What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the KellyCast, where two doofuses from Buffalo try to predict the weeks in the NFL.
One doofus.
What do you consider yourself, then?
Here.
I am a trained professional, sir. I don't want to hear shit from you, all right? But, Mike, we get to the point in the season where there is Saturday NFL football.
Yes, sir.
I was on the phone with a girlfriend today. We were discussing it, and I said, guess what? And she's like, oh, what's up? And I said,
your Saturdays are ruined.
I said, you're gonna love this. There's now football on Saturday. She goes, no, you only get one day. I said, we're still in the dating stage. If I want to watch football, I'm gonna watch my game.
First off, football is 3 days a week, lady.
Yes.
3 days.
Yes.
Just in case you're watching this, to spend some time with your man.
She says she does watch them, so I'm hoping she checks it out. Shout out to you, babe. Vikings and Bengals is the first Saturday game. This at 1:00. We just, of course, got done talking about the Minnesota Vikings, so let's pick up where we left off. A 3-0 victory against the Raiders. Josh Dobbs was benched, and head coach Kevin O'Connell did say that Nick Mullins will receive the start against the Bengals this week.
Good for him, and I feel sorry for you, bud. But,
How
got
about
your shot.
How about Justin Jefferson, man? I spoke a little bit about him this week with a couple of different people, Mike, and I said, I think he's going to be similar to Megatron in the way, not that he's going to be, one of the greatest wide receivers ever of all time, but the fact that his prime is going to last for such a short period of time, because I'm seeing him just rack up the injuries, right? He just came back off an injured reserve last week. Now it's a chest injury. He was considered day-to-day, so we're going to have to see if he goes against the Bengals.
Of course, I didn't watch anything, but when you got quarterbacks who are probably throwing into stupid coverage and he's getting lit up.
Hospital passes, right?
Hospital passes, yeah, like you said. So, yeah, he's had a tough year, but, you hate to see that kind of thing. You hate to see him decline so quickly.
Mm-hmm. And not decline, but deteriorate. I believe is the word we're looking for there. I know exactly what you mean. How about the Cincinnati Bengals, Mike? Showing that it wasn't all Joe Burrow, because a different quarterback is getting the job done. Jake Browning.
He sure did, and he looked poised like a true NFL quarterback, but, all rookies do, I feel, or not all rookies, let me take that back. A lot of rookies do have that, their first game out, and hopefully he can keep it up and have like a second game jitters. This one he gets this,
Well, this is going to be his third game. He won the first two up against the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Just want to fact check. Yeah, he is not a rookie, Mike. He was undrafted in 2019 to the Minnesota Vikings, and the Bengals ended up picking him up in 2021. He's proven to be an asset, right? An asset as a backup quarterback. How about the fact that Burrow put his family up in the suite? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Browning's family, because his contract obviously isn't the size of a Joe Burrow or the size of an elite player. Joe Burrow gave him his press box so he could give his family a warm place to sit. Browning was asked after the game if that was going to continue, and he said, I don't know, I got to see if my family's all stuck up now. I thought that gave me a laugh.
Oh, that is pretty funny. It's always nice when teammates do that, especially, the guy who's technically competing for your job.
Yeah, in a way, but I think
I know there's no way in hell.
Of course, I think Browning knows, this is his chance to try out. Maybe, I don't know exactly what his contract situation is like, but he could play himself into a decent contract after his current one expires.
Can also turn out to be Mitch Trubisky, good backup, get you a few games, and turn out to be total trash.
Lose to the Patriots, the 2-10 Patriots, Thursday Night Football, awful. If the season ends today, Mike, the Minnesota Vikings would be in the playoffs at the 6th seed, and the Cincinnati Bengals would not. But they share the same record. The joys of the AFC and the NFC. I believe in this matchup, the Bengals are the better team. The Vikings coming in with Nick Mullins. it worries me, right? Because it's kind of an unknown. I know Nick Mullins played some games with the 49ers early on in his career, and there's a little bit of tape on him, but there isn't enough. And I feel like when there's not enough tape on you, or when a head coach knows that, like, there's nobody else, they've used all the other options, and it's now up to you,
right?
You kind of play more relaxed, right? You're not as concerned, you're not as worried. But I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals this week. I think Browning's done a really good job. They're the home team in this matchup. I'm worried about that defense a little bit looking at it, but I'm going to stick with Browning and the Bengals.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to stick with you on this one too. I think I don't know what to think about the Vikings. One week they're on, 1 week they're not. 1 week they got their spaceman, the next
yeah,
they're shooting them off to space.
I think that the Vikings are very comparable to the Chargers for me, as in, like, I think the problem is maybe the coaching, like, right?
Sure.
Who else can you really blame? Aaron picked the Cincinnati Bengals as well, so we do have a three-peat here for the KellyCast crew on the predictions. Can this one go either way? Possibly. Of course, every game has a chance, but this one's not very likely for me. Like, I don't consider this one a coin flip game. Like, I consider this favored into the Cincinnati Bengals territory.
I tend to agree with you, especially after the performance last week.
The abysmal 3 points, 36-yard field goal that they put up.
Yeah, and it was probably almost missed with. I mean,
no, it was 36 yards. He hit it.
Good Lord.
Two teams that are missing their starting quarterbacks. Imagine what this matchup would be if it was Kirk versus Joe Burrow, if Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson were both out there. Like, this would be a potential playoff, like, Super Bowl kind of matchup, right? Yeah. But sadly, that's not the case. It's not where we are, but I think this is still going to be an entertaining game.
Agreed.
All right, guys. We want to thank you for watching this video here on the KellyCast YouTube channel. Please follow us on all socials, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, all at the KellyCast. This is Mike. I'm Dan. He's a doofus, and I'm out of here. See you later.